Black fatigue or white exhaustion. So I saw the word black fatigue floating around the internet, and the word was quite intriguing to me because I thought something was happening that we should all be aware of, right? Only to find out, well, come to find out that black fatigue is basically white people saying they're tired of black people and their voices and them demanding justice for the injustices they face. They're tired of black people being the victims. They're tired of black people speaking up for themselves. And may I quote someone who said they're tired of black people and their righteousness and their ghettoness. Now, that's a whole other thing to unpack. But like going down this rabbit hole, I was just like, people are boldly coming on the internet and saying, hey, you as a black person, you need to stop talking about the racism that you face because we are just tired, right? We're like how can I say it? Like white people are just so tired of listening to black people, talk about this over and over again. It's like, well, if you're so tired of hearing black people talk about it, how about you advocate for it to stop? Because I can't come on here and say, oh, I'm so tired of hearing about this. Well, what can I do to make sure I don't hear about it anymore? I feel like that would be the only solution that I can think of, right? So someone sitting back and saying, oh my God, I have black fatigue, right? I'm just so tired and so drained of hearing about it. Actually sounds like privilege. It's privilege fatigue, if you can call it that, right? You have so much privilege because you can't relate to what these people are going through. You can't relate to what black people have to wake up to every day, that you just want to live in a bubble and put your head up in the clouds and think none of this is happening all around you, so you're just tired of it. It's bad for your mental health. But this is real life. Like, people are going through this every day. There's a video of a lady who talks about her daughter who went to a school function and she was being called N with an extra R. So it's a bit much. Like, don't sit out there in your privilege and think, oh my God, I'm just so tired of hearing about this. Well, what are you doing about it? But yeah, let's get to the videos. Before we get to the videos, hi there, my name is Maaya. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please do subscribe. I'll give you a minute. You subscribe? Okay, thank you. Let's watch the videos.
White people attempting to rebrand white rage by co-opting the term black fatigue as though it's a phenomena they actually experience but only recently found the language to talk about is both dystopianly weird and tragically on brand. The copying, the whitewashing, the centering themselves by playing victim. But what's ironically telling about it is that the concept of racial battle fatigue is not new. It's been around for decades, and the term black fatigue has been used by black people for quite a while. Mary Frances Winters wrote a book that came out in 2020 titled Black Fatigue, and it describes the mental, emotional, and physical exhaustion that black people experience because of systemic racism. Now, notice how black people didn't call that white fatigue, because the purpose is not to assign blame in order to justify bad behavior. It is called black fatigue because it is a harm that black people experience, and so their focus is on addressing and combating that harm. Whereas when white people talk about experiencing black fatigue, they are not talking about a harm that they experience because of black people or anybody else. They are literally telling on their own inability to live in society with black people. And that's not new either. That's a pathology that has existed for hundreds of years, but call it what it is, white rage.
Because black fatigue is real. I think society as a whole is there. We are just so unbelievably fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior.
I went back and forth on whether or not I wanted to post this video, but I think that it's important. There's nothing more exhausting than being black in America. On Wednesday, May 7th, my daughter and her high school track team went to a city here in Wisconsin called Racine. They attended a track meet at Waterford Union City High School. Upon arrival at that track meet, people began taunting them, calling them gangsters and thugs, and calling them the N-word with the hard R. This continued throughout the time that the team remained at the track meet, with not only just student athletes from Waterford Union High School, but parents and coaches as well, making monkey noises, taunting them, calling them gangsters and the N-word. You think you have black fatigue? We do too. Imagine us still getting called The same insults that your ancestors hurled at ours in 2025. We don't blame you for our problems. We blame you for the continuance of systemic racism. It's shown through your children. It's shown through your actions, and you just showed it through your page. And this person is an educator. Again, this is what I'm talking about. If you want to help the students at Rufus King High School who were victims of this racist attack, please go to my link tree. There is an email that you can send to Waterford Union High School demanding accountability and transparency and a plan moving forward to address the racism that exists in their school district. Okay? Bye.
They're calling it black fatigue, but what you really mean is I'm tired of loving wounded black people. You can just say that part with your chest. That's what you wanted to say. You're not tired because we're toxic. You're tired because your love had conditions. Yours. You didn't come to heal, you came to curate. You came to save a version of black society that was already fixed and no one praised you for it. And when we didn't perform your healing fantasy, you called it draining. This archetype always shows up during collapse, the one that confuses proximity with pain and with proof that they're better than it. Right? They have proof that they're better than it. That's how they see it, right? But you have to understand that you're not above the wound just because you narrate it from a distance. You're just protecting your image in the mirror while the rest of us are still trying to stitch it back together. You didn't transcend us. You abandoned us. Real black love doesn't tap out when it gets loud. It doesn't leave when the wounds resurface. It metabolizes. It listens longer. It doesn't call the hood low vibrational just because it got a better apartment. Love doesn't require perfection. It requires presence. And some of y'all don't have love for us. And that's cool. That's what I'm trying to get it at. It's cool, but I need you to know that the left is something you can get over. You could. Right? And if you really tired, rest. Right? If you're actually tired. But don't call that healing, that's retreat. Because this ain't fatigue. It's spiritual gentrification we're watching. And these are spiritually gentrified people. You're not leaving because you're broken. You're leaving because our brokenness didn't fit your aesthetic anymore. And I need you to hear me clearly. We are not your inconvenience. Okay? We're not. We are your mirror, and if you truly heal, you'll still be here with us, not above us. Right? So I get it, right? This is one thing I think is absolutely true. You do not have to like every black space, but don't ever use fatigue as an excuse to stop loving the ones who never had that option to leave. Just stupid shit. I wanted to tell a joke in this video, but these people upset me a lot.
All right, guys, you had it right there. I think it's quite unfortunate that the world has come to this. It's quite unfortunate that someone can sit up there and claim that whatever it is that other people are facing is causing them fatigue. Like, okay, just then stop hearing about it. But yeah, it's the world that we live in. Like, people don't have empathy and compassion anymore. It's not like it's needed anyway, but it's just like, why would you be that arrogant and sit up there and say certain things like that? And mind you, the lady who came up with the term black fatigue is a whole educator. So you can imagine what is she teaching the kids in her class. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Do subscribe, support the channel, purchase the merch, check out my website, janitamaaya.com. And I hope to see you in the next one. Okay, bye.